Your call is important to us. Please hold the line.
All operators are busy at the moment. We apologize for the wait and will answer you shortly. Our operators are busy at the moment. Your call is being transferred. Thank you for calling.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the post-haunt live stream. Basically, the final live stream of the 2025 haunt season. Of course, I can't do it alone. Joining me are Mr. E of TLEV Media, Nico of the Entertainment Connection. Boys, here we are.
Here we
Post-mortem. Good God, how's everyone feeling?
I'm so sad. And it's not even like an official date for a Halloween event. It's still Tuesday.
Right.
But like, I'm going to miss it. This was a good year.
Yeah, man, it really was. It really was such a good year. Mr. E, how are you holding up?
Yeah, I mean, Nico and I witnessed them tearing down the HHN stuff literally minutes
That's
after
right.
the event closed. And that was something I've never seen before. And it was really sad. It really was. We were gonna ask for the banners, but like, dude, they were ripping it apart and everything. Like, I was like, wow, it really is done. So
Wasting absolutely no time. Yeah, we went to watch Sinners last night at the AMC at the City Walk, and there was already the frame of a Christmas tree up, and I was like, damn, y'all, please, let me mourn for a couple of days at least. Jeez.
Not here.
Destiny knows what's up. Thanks, Lair. Hola, how's it going, man? Why does it have to end? That's a great question, Destiny. I don't know why it has to. All good things must come to an end, I guess. Oh, Julian didn't get a chance to do any haunt events this year due to work. Hopefully next year, though. Damn. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I know Ariana's crying already. Rob, the countdown to the next season has begun. That's right, baby. That's right. It was a lot of good times hanging out there with you, Rob, Mr. Robert Hour.
Robert the Hour.
Barry says took a lap around Universal Orlando today and it made me sad. I could see why. I'm definitely not visiting the parks for a while, man. I'm not getting anywhere.
Oh, you don't want to see Mr. Grinch? Come on now.
Maybe I'll pay a visit to the Grinch. He is an exception. Albert says there's always horror unleashed. That's true. That's very true. Judy, shout out. Thank you for joining us. Great coverage this season. Great shit. Love it. Larissa says the Christmas decorations feel so smug. They really do. They really do. It feels like a personal attack, man.
You know, I feel like a lot of theme parks started following Disney, who does that like so soon. Like you'll go, they'll still have the pumpkins up, but the freaking castle will have snow on it already. And then literally the day after their celebration, they show videos of them changing it completely to Christmas. And you're like, this is psycho. And then literally all the other theme parks are now doing the same thing.
Oh, brother, I went to Disneyland November 1st, right? November 1st. The big pumpkin was gone. All the pumpkins on Main Street, gone. All the banners, gone. Everything was stripped bare. It was back to normal. It was weird. I hated it, man. Diego Alba says, collectively pouring salt in everyone's wounds like Terrifier 2.
There you go.
Hans360 says, please give us season screaming. I mean, listen, I think at least every year, Reign of Terror in Thousand Oaks does a Christmas overlay to their maze. Now, if you've never done Reign of Terror in Thousand Oaks, let me tell you, it is incredible. The quality is through the roof, and it's essentially like 8 mazes put into one. So from start to finish, it's like a 20 or 30-minute experience. It is nuts. So they'll do a holiday overlay, I think, this year because they try to do one every year. So maybe we'll head out there and do something fun with that. Maybe we'll see. Well, y'all, I appreciate everyone being here for our final live stream. Today's going to be pretty chill. We're going to kind of go over our favorite memories from all of the haunt events. I want to hear your guys' favorite memories too, your favorite moments, whether it be on stage, backstage, whether it be a scare or something that fun that your friends did. I just want to kick back and look back on the haunt season. But before we do that, yes, there is already speculation for HHN 2026, and I want to address it real quick. It's very interesting. Nothing super solid just yet, but there are tons and tons of online forums. There's a lot of online buzz about Hellraiser potentially coming to HHN 2026. Now, this year, we already saw them dive into kind of a more gore-centric franchise like Terrifier. Hellraiser has a lot of very mature themes, but I think after seeing Terrifier, it might be possible. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts? In chat, let us know. What do you guys think of Hellraiser coming to HHN 2026?
Honestly, I'm super down. Even if it is a gore fest like Terrifier, I do hope it's more scary than Terrifier. I don't feel like Terrifier was really a scary house to walk through.
Agreed.
But I think the dark, like dungeon-esque type theming of Hellraiser would do really well at Horror Nights.
All right. I've never seen Hellraiser, so I can't add much. I know there's Pinhead, this guy right here, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
And he's
so
what are they called? Cenobite? Cenobite?
Yeah, like a Cenobite or something like
a
that.
Cinnabon?
A Cinnabon? Yes, a Cinnabon.
I love Cinnabon.
Teaser at the end of City Walk.
Here you
I
go.
love Cinnabon delights. Those are the best. Those are the best. But I think right away when I see Pinhead, right, he's an icon in himself. And if we have Art the Clown walking around the park, let's have Pinhead walk around the park. I feel like it's a way different kind of level, but I think the same where he's probably more like mysterious and slowly walking kind of character, where I think a lot of big fans of Hellraiser would be like, oh shit, like, because I don't want to just see like Pinhead masks inside the maze. I want to see this right here come to life, and I feel like with the whole walking around characters, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I like it, man. And I agree. I think it has to be makeup. It has to be, what we've got on screen right now, because even the clowns, even the arts in the Terrifier maze that were masks kind of took me out of it. So I do think that it would have to absolutely be masks. And yeah, I think a walk around Pinhead or anybody from his little crew, having them just kind of populate the park and just like observe us or whatever, that'd be pretty cool. Listen, Art was a huge hit and people loved seeing him. I know that we had a blast every time that we were around him. So I think continue that tradition, keep that going. It would be killer, I think. I think I'm sorry, go ahead.
If I could just add to add on to that, I think Horror Nights, I hope, really took from this year's event is that the walking around character there is something there, especially also in the plaza area with the very tall skeletons. Like, they didn't have a scare zone, but they were walk around characters, and they were a huge hit also. So I hope that Horror Nights notices that. And they're like, okay, let's have more of these smaller characters or an icon take over the event.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I like it. So the chat seems pretty excited about this as well. Let's go. Oh, whoa. What the Whoa, that was a weird view. Let's go to the comments real quick. Judy, great point here. I think Hellraiser has been a house Birdie has been trying to get since the beginning. He has made it very loud on Twitter multiple times about how he does want Hellraiser as a franchise. He has mentioned that in the past it's been a little difficult to try and acquire, but maybe this is finally the year. Do you guys remember Murdy talking about that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, vaguely.
It was like 2020 era, I want to say, when he
Yeah,
was like
and
really
I-
on
and-
Twitter.
I think, he did one of those Q&As this year too, that probably someone asked about it. And he probably mentioned that, IP, it's hard to work with IPs sometimes.
Yeah.
But as successful as this year was, I think a lot of IPs are probably like, oh, wait, hold on.
Right.
We're back.
Yeah, it's very evident that this year was a huge year for them with just with Five Nights at Freddy's alone. I mean, the fact that they had to open up that line basically 2 hours before park opening or 3 hours before park opening is nuts. Like that, talk about a popular maze.
Closing night being sold out is nuts.
Yes. Yeah. It was busy all night, man.
It was so busy.
The walkways were so packed, man. It's honestly, I have never seen a closing night like that where it feels like, a Friday or a Saturday in the middle of the run or toward the end of the run where it's the most popular. It's nuts.
It was nuts.
I remember maybe 2 or 3 years ago, closing night, November 2nd or whatever. I mean, I was running into these mazes back to back because there was nobody there. So crazy shit, man. Arkham says, not just Pinhead. We could have other Cenobites walk around. So agreed there. Lydia still here says Pinhead, a little nasty boy, but I love him. Dank Slayer says, I would absolutely love Hellraiser to come to HHN. Mary says she's down. And Arkham also says, if they can do Terrifier, they can absolutely do Hellraiser. I agree. Albert says Hellraiser has no silliness to it.
Good.
Ooh.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Because, listen, at the end of the day, okay, I'm going to talk a little shit here. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, they really hype Terrifier as being like, oh, it's the grossest, most scary,
Yeah.
It was mid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was fine. It wasn't like the grossest thing I've ever seen. It wasn't the most. I mean, yeah, it was fine. It was fine. So if Hellraiser comes, let's really see it, man. Let's really see it. Give it to us.
No reused props or kills.
Oh, that's a very big ask, Nico. That's a very big ask.
Well, I'm asking.
I'd be asking.
I stay asking. All right, so that's for Hollywood. Now there is a little interesting tidbit that I want to share from Orlando. Our friends over at HHN 365 and several other outlets too have pointed out that on closing night of HHN 34, El Artista had an Easter egg dropped in it that teased Oddfellow and Jack the Clown, perhaps in some sort of a versus house, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they're pointing toward, though, more lore between Oddfellow and Jack the Clown. Next year is HHN 35, an anniversary year, and I am honestly all for it. I would love to see it. Gentlemen, what are your guys' thoughts on this little Easter egg they dropped at the end there?
Dude.
Yeah.
Go for it, Nico. Go for it.
It's just what I love about Orlando. They keep the stories going year after year. So having an Oddfellow and Jack House would be awesome. I wish Horror Nights in Hollywood would follow the same route.
I love, so we kind of got this teased, right? When we had the Oddfellow house
A little bit, 2
years
sure.
ago, where you could see Jack the Clown's costume in there,
Right.
You could see the wanted posters, right? And we know there's this situation, there's something between the two. They really don't care for each other.
There's some history. There's some pretty
There's
dark
some
history.
There's some stuff there. And so we know it's going to happen at some point. The fans have been asking about it. And I think 35 would be the perfect year to do it. I would love for them to do something where the park is essentially split a little bit, right? Where Oddfellow rules this one area and Jack rules this other area. And it kind of like, what did they have last year with the two?
Sinister and Surreal. Yeah, for
Sinister
33.
and Surreal. Well, you have Jack and Oddfellow, and I think there's something there. And then just fuck it, just go AVP style, all right? As a house, go for it. So no,
Yeah,
I'm excited. It makes me want to go. It really does. Like I'm like, I missed 34 this year. 35, I can't. It's an anniversary year. I cannot miss it. No way.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so, look, I don't want to speak on it like I'm an expert here. I've seen a couple of videos. I'm somewhat familiar with the lore. For those of you that don't know, Oddfellow and Jack the Clown have a beef. Somebody screwed over somebody or killed somebody. I don't know, but they don't like each other. All that to say, I went to Horror Unleashed, and of course, Jack the Clown is in Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas.
Yes,
and I was wearing an Oddfellow shirt. And I went to go take a picture with Jack the Clown. And so I'm like standing in front of him. He's up behind me, and Chance is behind me on the stage. Ariana's next to me. And Jack goes like, "Hey, Chance, get a load of his shirt." And then he leans into me. He leans into me, and he goes, "Fuck that guy."
Oh, we love that. Hell
So,
yeah.
hey, good job, Jack.
Hell
good
yeah,
job,
Jack.
Good lore building there, man.
I would like to see something incorporated in Horror Unleashed as well.
Sure,
That'd be
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Poop says, "Hey, Nico, go Bolts."
Yeah, man. Bolt up, baby.
Bolt up.
Julian says, "Hope they bring Orlando originals to Hollywood. There is a few I would love to see." I mean, yeah, that would be pretty fun. I certainly would love to see them ship icons, ship houses, ship whatever you want over from Orlando, please.
Ship them.
Ship that mozzarella stick, please, because that shit was good. Lydia still here says, "Let them fight."
Ooh, there we go.
I like it.
I want it. I want it, man. Yeah.
Ooh, Dankslayer says, "I feel like Koodles the Clown, aka Hollywood Harry, could return for next year because of Midsummer Scream." Listen, I think so too. I almost forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that up.
He did drop that. He was like, "What if they both were at the same event?" And I was like,
Sure.
And then he just skipped on from there. I'm like,
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, maybe Jack is facing off against a couple of different people. Maybe Oddfellow in the East Coast, maybe Harry here on the West Coast.
Dude, oh man. And
that'd be kind of fun.
In Vegas. Yeah, dude.
In a Hell in a Cell.
Exactly. No, I would love that. I feel like the way Jack the Clown is, right? Like, we don't really know what he is. He's like some kind of demon-zoid, humanoid thing. Like, we don't really know fully. And so I think it's totally possible to have him at all three events, right? Like, I think it works out that way. You have him everywhere.
Yeah, man. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun. I know it would make diehards and nerds like us really happy.
Oh, yeah.
That one would certainly be for us, the fans, because I don't think the general public knows about, Hollywood Harry and Jack the Clown like that. So that would be really cool. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
I just really wish we would ride with the director, being in actual movie studio park, even the usher.
Sure. Both of them. Hell, ship both of them over.
Yeah.
We got the director once, but I never saw him. So
no, I never. And we got Jack once too.
Yep.
I never saw him either.
Meh.
Bastards. Pumpkin Poop says, "Ship Yeti campground kills." I mean, honestly, either Yeti would be great to have over on this coast.
Yeah.
I just want them to ship over El Artista because that house was beautiful. And to think,
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Murdy dresses up as a Yeti and runs around the back lot anyway.
That's
so
right.
why not bring that in?
That he does.
Come on,
that
man.
he does.
Yeah, I love it, man. All right, gentlemen. Well, let's go into the main event for tonight. I've got a couple of audience submissions of people who submitted their favorite memories from this season. But I, of course, want to hear from you guys, and also in the chat, let us know some of your favorite memories from this season. I do want to talk about first. Before we get into each event, here's our first memory. You guys ready for this? Listening to you guys break down each haunt. That's from Rob on Instagram. I appreciate it, brother. I really appreciate it, man. That's very nice. And I do want to say before we continue, I appreciate the hell out of all of you who guys join us on a weekly,
Absolutely.
bi-weekly, whenever we do these. Honestly, having these live streams with y'all is a ton of fun, and it's been an honor to have you guys come back and choose us. I know there's a lot of choices out there. There's a lot of content creators, but it does warm my little heart, my little Grinch heart, to know that you guys are coming to our brand and you're hanging out with us. And I love seeing you guys in the chat. I appreciate you guys loving our level of nerd. and we appreciate you guys. And gentlemen, you guys, I don't want to bogart the mic here. You guys have anything to say?
No, I mean, I appreciate it all the time. I think the best part is that this community that we've built here for the hotline streams is a very tight community now. There's so many regulars that come back in the chat. So it really feels like this is a great way to connect with you guys. We upload videos and then we can only go into the comment sections to see what you guys say. But here we can talk to you guys live about the nerdy stuff. And then maybe we run into you guys at an event. So genuinely, it's so much fun, especially to be able to do it with these two gents up here. Lots of fun. So yeah, thank you, y'all. Seriously.
Yeah. We love you guys. You guys are the best. We appreciate you guys coming in here every live stream and joining along and like what Mr. E said, stopping us in the park and saying hello. We love being stopped. We love chatting for a little bit with you guys. It's a blast. I love doing this with all of you. Every single one of you. You guys are the best.
Yeah, hell yeah, guys. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get into it here. We'll start with talking about HHN Hollywood 2025. Gentlemen, do you guys have any standout moments from favorite memories, favorite scares from HHN 2025?
Man.
I
Where
like
to start?
that. Was that?
I said, where to start?
For real. I do like that we were moving away from the scare square scares.
Yes.
This year, I feel like it was a lot of curtains, but it was a lot of monsters being able to run out on their feet, scare you, get in your face a little bit, then go back. They're not stuck in that little square.
Right.
That was a great moment. I love the Brujas, man.
Yeah, the Brujas are a lot of fun, man. Hanging out with the Brujas was a highlight.
Yeah, final night we were walking through Mystery Mar and I were walking through, and I was wearing my Attack on Titan sweater, and the hag walks up to us and goes just makes a bunch of noises, and Mystery and Missy go, "Is that a quote from the show?" And I'm like, no, it was just gibberish from the hag, and she was doing the salute, and it was absolutely hilarious. And then seeing Art the Clown chase Missy down the walkway.
Yeah,
I saw that video. That was great, man.
That was great. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
I dude, honestly, I think this is the first year that I've gone so I went 12 or 13 times this year, and
wow, dude, wow, that's a lot.
But there's a lot more people who go almost every single day.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
This year I truly spent time in what we call our scare zones, and man, those so the thing with horror nights and the scare actors there is that they can't really talk. They can't fully build a character with voices and stuff like that. However, when it comes to miming skills and being able to run around and stuff like that, you can tell just that these scare actors are so genuine about their characters that they are their characters, and I truly, truly loved the clowns. The clowns were amazing this year. They were
great energy.
The tall ones were awesome. There was a night I was wearing my my HHN jacket because I'm reaching. This was my 10th year of Halloween Horror Nights, so I have a patch for almost every single maze from the 10 years that Miss E put together for me. So thank you, Miss E. Anyways, there was a night that I had it on, and all the clowns were just like checking it out, and they were like losing their minds because they saw Art the Clown on the back, they saw Twisty the Clown on the back. They were like, "Where's Art? Where's Art?" Like they were miming like, "Where's their patch?" So I gotta make one for the clowns. But honestly, dude, like, and then the Brujas. I mean, the Brujas, they were so much fun. There was nights Nico and I would just literally stand in there and they come by, pluck our hair multiple times and either eat it or put it in the cauldron. And I'm like, man, you guys are disgusting, but I love y'all. So I genuinely, like, this year with those scare zones, like, really built an appreciation for it. And I know some people literally just go to the event for the scare zones there, and like I can understand now because you can spend hours there and you can build a relationship with these characters because you can see what they do and they really care for. So it's amazing, truly.
Yeah, I'll certainly never forget the first time that I experienced that little mosh pit that they do.
Oh my god!
It was so cool. Like, when I had never known that they did that, so I was standing in the middle of it, going like, "Oh!" and just seeing like everybody run around, chainsaws in the air, people screaming, weapons swinging everywhere, and then everyone head banging at different times. Such great energy, man. And yeah, I think the Brujas picked off a good patch of my hair, man. I don't know what the fuck they did with it, but
they did.
I certainly really enjoyed going with you guys every time that we did
100%.
it. And I want to shout out to Rob. Rob says favorite times are hanging with you guys at all the events, especially that final weekend at Knott. Same, Rob.
100%.
We appreciate the hell out of you, man. I just really enjoyed doing all the audio stims that we had throughout the season at Horror Nights, especially all the Terror Tram ones, Body of the Blood, and fucking all that shit, man.
So many stims, man.
So many.
Going to die.
It's ice. Yeah, man. I loved it every single time doing that. Good shit, man. I do have some audience submissions that I want to get to real quick. This one says the Starfield Firefly Tunnel with Uncle Howdy, Wyatt 6.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, awesome. There has been, and it's so cool to see it, there has been a ton of love for the Wyatt 6 house. And because it was, I feel like, kind of like the underdog of the season, just because everyone, you know, it's the horror crowd being like, that's not horror. It's the wrestling crowd being like, oh, what the hell? How is that going to work? You know, I think they just started out as the underdog, but it was cool to see on both coasts the love, the outpouring of love, both from the creatives and the performers and the fans. I love it, man. So yeah, I certainly got chills the first time I got into either house on either coast. Mr. E, I know that Wyatt 6 was big for you, man.
And it's honestly still my number one for the year. I mean, for HHN, because, dude, like, again, back to the scare actors, like, they killed it in that maze. And, like, honestly, like, the maze was so detailed. And even if you didn't know the characters, you got to know them through this maze. And I thought that was so incredible. The love for WWE was truly shown in there. With every detail, the lanterns all over for Bray was awesome to see, and then, oh my god, the addition of Uncle Howdy at the final scene right after you saw the Fiend and walked through the curtain, and they for some reason decided to put Uncle Howdy almost in pitch darkness. Effed me up every single time, even though I knew he would be there. Well, that's the thing, actually, because I didn't know if he would be there. I would be like, okay, did they keep him there again or not? Did they keep him there again or not? Oh, he was there for the rest of the season. And man, that got me every time. So yeah, man, this house, Wyatt 6, it's going down in history for me because I don't know how many more WWE mazes we'll get. And this one, when we look back at it, we're going to be like, oh, you remember the Wyatt 6 house? And then people are like, what is that? And then you sit down and you're like, it's not a story a Jedi would tell, and then you go into it, you know. So
You take out your lantern, you put on your top hat. I love it, man. Next one is I'm sorry, Albert, who I know is in the chat. Albert, dinner with Art with the RIP tour.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. This is a fun one. Being in the Wyatt 6 maze alone. There's certainly there's something magical to doing a house run by yourself, or even when like it's just your group. There's something very terrifying about that for sure.
Yeah,
I love it. The pumpkin poop in the chat as well. The free roaming Art was rad. So many good moments. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love the energy of having like a roaming character like that. I hope they do it every year because honestly, it was pretty dope, man.
No, it really
For
was,
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong slide. All right. And, let's go to our chat here. Pumpkin Poop also says just being able to go shopping with Art was my favorite.
Oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. I think the cool thing is that, you know, sometimes for Hollywood, right, there's broken promises, you know, and it could be, you know, a lot of events are like that, but particularly with HHN, I think it's because we're so like on it all the time with it. But when they talked about this, that Art would be everywhere and roaming around, they weren't joking. Like he was in the store. He was, he'd sit down if you were eating food. He'd be walking towards the H lot. He'd be down in the lower lot. Like I really hope they can take something away with this roaming Art for multiple more years, because I don't think it'll ever get old. If it's a new icon all the time, I don't see it getting old. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think it would always work.
I think just having Art every year would never get old because he's such there will be a time, okay, yeah. But I think he's just such a fun character roaming around and interacting with everyone. Like every night was something new with him.
Sure. Yeah, that's true, man.
And I remember Orlando did something like that for a split second with Jack the Clown during the 30th, where he would
for the 30th
be on the back of like a cart or go into the scare
zone.
zone.
No, he would be everywhere, man. He would be
in the
there you go.
Zone. Yeah,
he would be like out in the by the lines. Like I think that was like kind of a test run for doing something like this, because Jack really was all over the park, man, and it was really cool. So yeah, more of that, more of that energy. I love it. HHN365, shout out to y'all. Says first glimpse of the Jason archery scene was elite. That was cool, man.
Yeah.
I did love. It always got a reaction with the groups that I was with. It was always like like with the when she would come out with the arrow on her head. Good stuff, man.
Or the final night, like we went through.
Oh, dude.
She didn't come out. So what did Jason do?
Oh, that's right.
He climbed over that railing.
He followed us. Yeah, it was crazy.
that was
awesome. Nuts, yeah.
Larissa says, I had fun at HHN this season. Only went once that first week, but still had a good time. Met a friend who's a blackout that let us jump the line to do Terrifier and Poltergeist. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
That's one hell of a hookup.
Hell yeah.
That's tip number 8 for the season. Have a blackout friend who can help you.
There you go.
Hans360 says, seeing the scare actors hug each other on stilts the last night. Have you guys seen that video?
Yeah.
I recorded that video.
Did you really?
Yeah, one of them. One of them.
Okay.
Probably.
One of the 1,000 angles of it. Okay, cool. Dude, honestly, so cute. It's adorable. I loved it. That's camaraderie right there, man. I don't know what the history is under the mask, but it was very sweet to see it. Lydia still here says the clowns all have their own character, but I think they're still limited by what they can actually do. Let them play. I mean, yes, for sure. They have limitations for sure.
Yeah, they do.
Pumpkin Poop says Rob's the fucking man.
He is. That guy right there, he is. Yes.
Love that guy.
The body and the blood from Larissa. Look what you made me do from Ariana.
Hell is not fire. It's ice.
It's ice.
Yeah.
Julian says, one thing I love doing at HHN is crowd watching from the sidewalk in the scare zones. Yeah, definitely. Seeing scare actors go crazy on people was just fun. Yeah,
They really
that's my
do.
favorite pastime, man. And yeah, they really do. You're right, man.
And like they run some of the clowns, and those clowns know who they are. Y'all are fast as hell. Like you guys,
man.
I don't. And they zigzag through everybody, still chasing the same person. I'm like, oh, someone's gonna eat it. Someone's gonna hurt themselves. No, it's crazy. It's pretty nuts.
Ooh, Destiny says, had the whole tram experience alone with just the RIP tour and dressed as the grabber was the best experience. They all became my friends. That sounds dope, man. That sounds really cool.
Also, shout out to every single scare actor from Scare Zone to Maze. You guys fucking rocked it beginning to end. The puppeteers, like that's a lot of hard work, and you probably won't or can't see the scares that you're creating. But hats off to each and every one of you. You guys blew it out of the water this year.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
There was energy from this year. I was just like, dude, it was crazy. You could tell the scare actors were in it to win it this year. It was nuts.
Yeah, great stuff, man. Great stuff. Honestly, at every haunt that we visited too, the performances were just top notch, man. Thank you all.
Every single one of you, except the guy on the cell phone.
Ayo, ayo, ayo. All back.
You learned your lesson, I hope. I hope you were still able to finish the run. But
let that be a lesson to all you scare actors out there. Nico's watching you.
Nico's filming at all times. Yeah, exactly.
He's walking through the maze. He's like, okay. All right, everyone's fine. Okay.
Everybody turn their Find My on. I'm going to ping you. If you have your phone on, you're in trouble.
Yes.
Rob, great point here, says also shout out to the workers following and protecting the roaming arts and the stilts. Yeah, for sure, man. It's a team effort, friends. It's a team effort. Everybody on stage, backstage, and then some production. The weeks, years leading up to it, it's a team effort, and I love to see it because we all win at the end of the day. They all get together. They all make some really incredible things, and we all win because we get to enjoy it. So I love it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, dude.
Just one more fun memory. Getting these cards.
Oh, yes, dude. Yes.
Yes.
That was a lot of it was a simple thing, but it was fun doing it with all of you.
Yeah.
Same, man. And those cards are high quality, man. Those are like really good. And then also on the last night, the team member was nice enough to give me a couple extras of like the ones that I was missing. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. That was really fun doing that. I love that. And also, it's always a lot of fun going through the last Terry Tram with you guys. Double trouble.
Oh yeah,
double trouble.
That was cool. That was cool. We got to
Double
get pictures
terror.
because nobody was there. It was awesome.
That's
the
true,
lines
man.
for the pictures were not that long. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Julian's asking, what are the cards? They are they're called Universal Show. Oh, here, let's see if I can show it. Universal Showdown cards. You had to be a member of the Backlot Club to get them. You had to like scan some shit.
It was free,
it was a whole thing, but it was free. Yeah, but it was cool. So I mean, they were fun to get.
There they all are.
With my grainy camera. Oh,
There's the hag. There's the hag. Our favorite. That's our favorite.
And there you have it, friends. Those are the cards.
Yeah.
They were really cool, man. And it's cool that they did that for free for us. Keep that energy up. I love that energy for sure. All right, now I want to move on to Dark Harbor, Summoned by the Seas. We all went to this event I went to it. Actually, I ended up going 5 times this season. This is fucking crazy, man. But it ended up being a really fun season. Do you guys have any fun memories of Dark Harbor, Summoned by the Seas, year 2 of their grand return?
Voodoo as a new maze. I thought it was going to be like a short maze.
Yeah.
That thing was long and terrifying.
It did go forever. That's for sure, man.
That was a great new addition to Dark Harbor.
I agree. I think Voodoo is, and if they change it up throughout the years, I think it's gonna be awesome. The freaking foam party. That's such a great
The
addition.
foam party.
I love the after party and how silly it is for Dark Harbor. Just like all the characters, breaking character essentially, and just dancing to some songs from the 2000s and 90s. I think just keep that going. Just Dark Harbor. I think this year you truly like solidified that you're back. It's been cemented that Dark Harbor is back. And so just keep doing those things where you have the shows, the slider show, the fire, what are they called?
The fire performance, fire dancers.
Dancers, it's like, I am so happy Dark Harbor is up and back and running again. Like, like last year I was like, hey, it's good that it's back. But this year, genuinely, like it was crazy. It was 2025, man. I'm gonna keep saying it. There was something in the air, and it was amazing. It was awesome.
This was the year.
Yeah,
and also the lack of Seaside Village. You didn't really.
Yeah.
What's the word? Notice it that much.
I didn't miss it.
I
didn't miss it. I didn't miss not having it. Like I didn't walk in and go like, darn, it really needed that. I think it was fine without it, and I was worried about it for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very interesting, Nico. Great point, man. But yeah, so I definitely had a great time at Dark Harbor. I mean, going on media night, they gave us a free drink, and it was it was powerful stuff. It was like a dark chocolate pickle drink, and boy, did it do the trick.
Very memorable.
So we had a great time at Dark Harbor. But honestly, what I always loved, going to Dark Harbor and interacting with the icons, it was cool to always see them kind of roaming around, because you would see Scary Mary running around. You'd see the captain. They would all be out and about a lot, and it would be fun to kind of run into them at random moments. And interact with them. The butcher, shout out to the butcher. The chef did some really fun stuff too. So I really enjoyed that. And you guys are right. It's like they're back and better than ever. And like it's finally locked in, which is great.
It's so
I do have a audience submitted. Oh my God, did I not put it in here?
Bum, bum, bum.
Hold on. It should
Everybody
be in
close
here.
your eyes.
Oh my God, I'm gonna look for it. Because I know that I put it in here, but I don't know where it went. There we go. Okay, I found it. Sliders Unite 3. I don't know if you guys know about this event, but it's a really cool event that happens. They're trying to do it every year at Dark Harbor now, where they bring in sliders from all different haunts, from all different parts of life, from all across the U.S. This year they had some Orlando sliders come in. They had they had sliders from other parts too. They do one giant get-together and one giant show. From Hershey Park, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had a ton of sliders go to Dark Harbor. They all came together, did a huge sliding show. That was really cool because there was a lot of Knott's homies there, and it was just weird seeing them outside of Knott's. At a different event, different vibe, different character entirely. But it was really cool seeing that. So Sliders Unite definitely was awesome, and I love that they do that. That's some real haunt camaraderie right there for sure.
Yeah.
Rob says Dark Harbor. I had so many awesome moments getting media, also getting to take the cast photo on the last night. Also, Dark Harbor John is my spirit animal. Listen, Dark Harbor John is somebody else for sure, man. He's somebody else for sure. Ariana says bacon wrapped hot dogs and strawberry cups. Hey,
Whoa.
I could go for both of those right now, man. 365 knows about the chocolate pickle alien for sure. He knows about that for sure.
I'm so glad I don't drink often.
There. Oh my God! There it is. Could you show the abs, Mr. E? Show the abs on this bad boy. Yeah. Look at the abs that got it. These are the abs that ruined us.
Yeah, this thing's tall. Like it keeps going and going and going, dude.
Each of those abs was packed with alcohol, dude. It was packed. It was nuts, dude.
Not safe. Not safe.
Oh man. Diego says haunts bringing people together. They are. They
Hell
do.
yeah.
I love that about haunts for
Yeah.
sure, man.
Yeah.
365 says the infirmary speakeasy experience was the highlight. I'm glad you finally got to see that. Next year, folks, if you get the chance, do the speakeasy in the infirmary. If you could only do one speakeasy, that's the one to do.
Yep.
Because it takes you 36 feet below sea level to the
Freaking
very
wild.
base of the Queen. Back where the engine used to be, back where all the big steam, whatever, all that machinery, that area is gutted now, and they've turned it into kind of like an exhibit space that you get to walk around in that bar. Really, really cool. Crazy, man. Oh, yes. Mars says when we were the first group to go into Feast for the night, we did literally rope drop Feast. We were the first suckers in that maze. And boy, was it terrifying. I couldn't believe it, man.
Dude, it's because like the sun was still out, like it was just setting. So it was pitch black when we walked in there for a second because our eyes weren't adjusting. So I got worried at first. I was like, oh no, they're doing their blackout experience for the 13th. No, it was just because we couldn't adjust right away. But man, that was spooky for
Terrifying.
Sure. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was nuts. There really is nothing. There's no true fear than like looking down a hallway and seeing absolutely nobody in front of you for like feet. It was nuts. It was pretty scary.
Oh
man.
God.
Hans360 says that's one of the best things about Dark Harbor, the interactions between the scare actors. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Lydia talking about the 16 pack. He works. Yeah, for sure. I'm telling y'all, it was the abs that got us fucked up, man. It was the abs that got us. It was crazy. All right, friends, let's move on to talk about Knott Scary Farm 2025. Chat, give us your best memories of Knott Scary Farm. I mean, God, I was there so often this season. It would be hard to choose just one memory. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys? Do you guys have something?
Take it away, Mystery.
Yeah, I mean, so I didn't do the scary. I only did Scary Farm once. So majority of my memories from it was they're all right. Like to me, Scary Farm was very underwhelming this year, or I was whelmed, as we've said before.
Sure.
You know, but witnessing Zoo Lights Out at the beginning when the lights kind of turn off and then they start passing out the flashlights, that was really awesome to experience. I really liked when they did that. Going through some of the mazes with y'all was awesome. This one I got to do with Josue. I got to do Scary Farm with Josue, which if you guys don't know who Josue is, it's one of the founding fathers of TLEV Media.
Quite literally a father. Quite literally.
He was quite literally a father of two. But able to do Scary Farm with him was awesome because it's very rare now to be able to do events with him or even with Thomas. But yeah, so like that was cool. And then of course, Ghost Town Streets. There was a certain character I got to talk to that made our night. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Nico, you ended up at Scary Farm quite a bit this season too.
I did. Like, it's wild with Horror Nights and Knott. I feel like when I go a couple times, I get not burnt out, but I'm just so exhausted. But this year, I was just going nonstop. But Knott Scary Farm started out very whelming.
Sure.
But then as the season got on, it got a lot better. Hanging out with you a lot, John. That was one of the ultimate highlights. Hanging out with all the scare actors or chatting with the scare actors, seeing some ex-husbands up on the roof, doing some dancing and goring 20s. I've never done that before.
The Tiger Walk?
Yeah, we did the final tiger crawl of the season, and it was so fun, man.
But my highlight is getting the photo with my dad. in
Yes!
Mesmer.
Oh,
You can find that. I don't. Is it on? I
you,
don't know.
you posted on your
I should have put
personal.
it.
I think it's on your personal.
All right. Well,
Nico.
I'll post it on Horror Connection, but
There
I
you
got
go.
a picture with my dad, and thank you, John, for taking those photos.
Yeah, no
No,
problem.
thank
man.
you, Blackout, for yelling at me while I don't get to see my father that often, and I'll never see him again. But thank you, John, and thanks, Dad, for being so camera friendly.
Oh yeah, man, that was fun. I'm glad you got the photo. I should have added it to the slideshow, but go check it out online. I'll add it to my story again, just so you guys can see. There it is. Hold on. There it is. Nico and his dad.
So many. You
I
took
love it.
3. Nice.
I know. I had to do different poses with him. He was moving around so often. It's like paparazzi.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I again, it's hard for me to narrow down exactly one memory, but I did just always love meeting up with the homies, and then running into people at Knott's is always fun too, because it always ends up being kind of a reunion. Man, I just miss it, and I had a great time this season, seeing all my friends in the fog, both on stage and backstage, and everywhere in between. Y'all killed it. It was a great season. I do have some submitted ones here. Travis says, love the set design for Knott's Mary Maze. Yeah, man. Mary's set design. Pretty damn good.
Definitely got a lot better through the year or the season.
Yes, they really found their footing in the maze for sure.
That's good. That's good.
Fairbrook Manor says the zoo lights off. It certainly is a very different experience with the lights off for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And oh shit, that was it. That was those two.
Get out of here, Fright Fest. We're not ready for you yet.
We're not. You're too early, Fright Fest. Larissa says I did 24 nights this season. Wow, that's really
nice. That's crazy.
That's very. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Very impressive.
365 says spitting out the honey whiskey in the pickle bag. Yeah, man. We went and got at a Judge Roy Beans. We got a pickleback shot. And I feel it right now, dude. I feel it.
With 365 up there right now, I will say a highlight for Scary Farm was getting to meet Duff from 365. That was fun. That was a good night.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Destiny says it took me 5 years to finally meet the conductor. And let me tell you, I was a stuttering bug and super shy.
He does that to you.
Yeah, he does, man. It's weird. It's like a power.
There we go.
Larissa says this was my kiddo's first real season. Watching her fall in love with the monsters, especially the clowns, just like I did at her age, really made my heart grow several sizes. That's cute. That's sweet. I love to see it. Let me tell you, man, there's some incredibly brave kids out there. It's pretty nuts. I see kids like almost daily at these haunts having interactions with monsters that I would have never had at that age, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, no.
It's nuts.
It's the COVID kids. They're built different. Okay, they are different.
Yeah, right. 7 years old. My dad was carrying me through.
Yeah, dude. Shit, not me, man. I could never.
And now they're fist bumping monsters. It's crazy. Good for them. Good for them, man. Rob says, got to spend my B-Day at Not Scary Farm, but again, hanging with you all was the best, especially when I ran into you at the benches. That was a good.
That's hilarious.
We all met up. We were rolling together. Rob, though, decided to go all around us, walk all the way out of the way, just so he can do the bit of walking up to us and pretending to be like, "Oh, you guys are here."
It's so funny.
It was great hanging out with you two, Rob, man. It was a great time, dude. Oh, yeah, Destiny. This is great. The second best memory was the buffet dinner and the scare actor scaring our table so much that our table was the comedy table, but also brought a lot of monster friends. That's fun, man. That's great.
That's cool. That's really cool.
I gotta do the buffet some year. I've never done it. I gotta do it.
It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's a good time. Rob, you saw it. You felt it. The last thing we'll talk about today.
He felt
our final memories.
And this is the end of the live stream.
Yeah, no Fright Fest. Sorry.
Nico said it. Sorry, y'all. That's it.
No, keep it going.
Six Flags Fright Fest. I always have a great time at Fright Fest. God, I think I got to think on my memory this year for sure. But I'll leave it to you guys. Do you guys have any Fright Fest memories that you like to share?
Besides hanging out with Rob, Mystery, and Missy, of course, always a highlight. Yeah, for me, I think it's always the Scare Zone scare actors.
Yeah.
Just the interactions with them. We had some good laughs in that Rockabilly Scare Zone.
Yes.
Hilarious. And then
we got to talk to Carnage. That was awesome.
We
dude.
did.
We got the
He
whole
was very
lore.
inspirational.
Yes, he was.
So that was a very cool and awesome highlight. And that Carnage maze was a good start in the right direction.
100%.
For Fright Fest.
100%. I have to say, if Rob's still in the chat, it was towards the end of the night and we're walking out and oh God, what's the scare zone called? I can't remember. It's like the Dias de los Muertos one. I can't remember. Rob will remember what it's called. But we're walking out and they're all going, Rob, where have you been? and that was hilarious. Like every scare zone we would go to would be Rob, Howling Hour. It was that guy's truly known at Six Flags Fright Fest for sure.
All right. The king of Six Flags over here, apparently.
Yeah.
So, but it was honestly like. I think also with Trick or Treat this year, that was the right direction of redoing that one and putting a lot into it. It looked great. It was way better than the first one. I can't say the same about Saw, but it is what it is. And yeah, I mean, I see Six Flags, at least for Fright Fest out here, going the right direction. I know it was very popular this year. With a lot of the Santa Claridians and stuff like that. They were packed a lot of the nights. So it's good to see that for Fright Fest. And I think that is truly for Magic Mountain, that's truly a moneymaker. Sure. And so it's good to see it could be successful again for sure.
I love to see it. And Larissa says, you know what? I didn't hear Fright Fest getting torn apart like last season. So I feel like that's a win. Listen,
100%.
Yeah, right on the nose, Larissa. They listened and they made a lot of positive changes. I just love going to Fright Fest with friends who don't typically go to Fright Fest and being like, hey, y'all, see, it's fun out here. You know what I mean? And yeah, this year especially, they did a great job. They did a killer job, dude. I'm excited to go out next season for sure and see what else they do because we've lost a couple of legacy mazes. So potentially maybe some new mazes, maybe some new IPs. Man. Maybe we get that awesome Conjuring experience that Plague Productions made, and that's everywhere else in the U.S. but California. Come on, man. I guess it's in Canada as well. I would love to see that.
There we go.
But yeah, man, good shit. Mar says, Carnage monologuing about people being addicted to their phones while we were all filming him with our phones.
yeah, truly. We were like, no, but we got to get it out there, Carnage. We'll get the message out there. We never did.
Nope. We never did.
Oops.
Sorry, Carnage. Maybe next time.
Each passing minute, each one of us would slowly bring our phones down and just start listening to him.
Rob, this is cool. Rob says, okay, when I started YouTube, a bucket list was getting media for Fight Fest, and this year I was invited as media. And my B-Day before the Slider Show, they sang happy birthday to me. I love it, Rob. That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's great to hear, man. I love to hear it.
Yeah.
Good stuff, dude. Ariana says they definitely improved this year.
100%.
Yeah.
Destiny said, oh, man, being called a Santa Claritin is so strange. I'll take it. Bar says, Rob, the Plaza de Muertos character singing happy birthday on Instagram had me dying. That's great.
Oh, yes. No, and like, again, like the scare zones, we always talk about it. Like Six Flags does the best. It's some of the best scare zones in my opinion.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And then
Yep.
the slider show, they keep improving on it too, like adding dances to it, you know, which is I'm like, dang, this is a whole thing now. And they keep getting more show times too. So that's really cool to see also, is that like Dark Harbor and Six Flags like really show that appreciation to the sliders, and the work of art in sliding. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to see that.
And also Margarita and her show and all of their
The
incredible
brand new
singers
one, yeah,
and
dude.
dancers and everybody in that show.
Yeah.
Fantastic. A fantastic addition to the park.
It was cool, especially in an era where Disney, even Knott's, Universal, they're all slashing entertainment.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see Six Flags taking a risk, going out there, giving it a shot. And I really enjoyed Margarita's show. It was a lot of fun. I hope it comes back. I hope it gets bigger and better because, yeah, listen, it drew a crowd. Even when we were there, it wasn't a busy night, but the show that we watched had a crowd, man. So that's very important for Six Flags to note, and I hope they keep note of that. Bring back the entertainment, damn it.
There we go.
Hans360 says Howl-O-Scream is better than Six Flags, and hardly anybody's talking about it. Year after year, it surprisingly gets better and better. Okay, maybe I'll have to.
I got to take a
drive.
visit there. That's why. Yeah, I've never been, so I have nothing to say.
It's a good time. It's fun.
All right, folks, you're witnessing history here. We're all witness to this.
Whoa.
Rob says, Mr. E, next year I'll buy your Knott's buffet if you go with me. We'll give you the update next season, folks.
Yeah, with the picture. There we go.
Albert, I don't do 17th door, and
Absolutely
I never
not.
will.
Nope.
I like having fun at haunts. I don't like being really afraid of getting shocked or getting a fucking roach in my shirt or getting my eyebrows shaved or any of that shit. No thank you, man.
The extreme haunts, you know, I'm not like Delusion's the farthest I'll go, right? Like where they take you to another room and I don't know, tie you up somewhere or whatever. But like, I don't know, dude. 17th door. I don't want to feel like I'm suffocating. Okay. I feel that all the time. So
life does that to me on a daily.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, yeah. I don't think I'll ever do 17th door. Sorry, y'all. You can go to other channels for that. It ain't going to be here, man. It ain't going to be here. Well, folks, that is it for our 2025 season here on the Haunt Line. Channel's going to take a little break. We're going to be back, hopefully, probably next February, maybe January if the rumors start hitting really well. But I do, again, want to say that I appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you that tuned in to the live streams, that hangs out with us, that interacts with the content online, that says hi to us at the cons, at the parks. We love hearing from you, and we do really appreciate that you guys appreciate our content and what we do and what we do for you guys. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, again, thank you all for joining us. This haunt season was a blast. Mr. E, TLEV is going to continue. Where can everyone find you?
It is going to continue as there is a lot of construction happening at Universal. We also have Fan Fest news going to start coming out. So a lot of things are happening. And also in about 3 weeks' time, you guys are getting a little sneak peek here as it's still in the works. But 3 weeks, TLEV Media will be celebrating 10 years of existence.
Wow.
So we will be doing a 10-year anniversary live stream with Thomas and Josue. So if you guys can join us in about 3 weeks' time. So you got some time to think about it. But TLEV Media all across the board if you guys want to check it out.
Perfect. Nico, the Entertainment Connection will continue. Where is everyone going to find you?
It will keep going. Same with Mystery. I'll try and keep you updated with all things Disney, Knott's, Universal, so on and so forth. Conventions. I love going to a good convention. You can find me at the Entertainment Connection or just Entertainment Connection or It's EC. There's so many different freaking names out there. If you see a rainbow splatter with an EC in the middle of it, that's me. Give me a follow. And yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. Also, stop us in the parks and say hi to us. Most of the time, we're more shy than you are. So don't hesitate saying hello to us.
Even if it is the Christmas season, even if it is the holiday
humbug.
season.
I'm so ready for Grinchmas. Ah!
Christian, shout out to you. Loved seeing you out there in the zone.
Yeah, man.
Great
Good
work.
stuff, Christian.
Aiden,
Christian stands here.
Maze Madness is coming back for sure. We'll have it next year, next March. March Madness, Maze Madness. Remember that. Larissa,
crazy.
I do love Mary Farm too, but don't tell anybody. Oh, wait. All right, everyone. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us here on the Hotline. The live streams will stop, but the posts will continue. Follow us on the Hotline on Instagram. And until the next time, thank you for calling, everyone. See you soon. Bye, everyone.